Well, hey there, friends. It's us, the Rolling Nomads, back at it again with this episode 8 of Blood of the Covenant Violence. So let's go ahead and meet our violent vampires, starting with Huddy.
Hello, I'm Huddy, or Huddy Funchland. I'm a World of Darkness community ambassador. I'm also the storyteller of many things. But tonight, I'm playing Larkstone Clan Ministry.
Az.
Hey everybody, I'm Az, or As I Was on the social media. I'm the previous intern at Rolling Nomads, and today I will be playing Omen of Clan Gangrel. Once again, Lark's bitch, no wife, because he is someone's wife.
Fair enough. Gilbert.
Hello everyone, my name is Gilbert Ramos, aka Ramos the Nomad. I'm the CEO and founder of Rolling Nomads, and tonight I will be playing Velasco Zavala Osorio Lozano, Samisi, the land, aspiring, I don't know. That's all I got. I lost it there at the end. It's fine.
You know, sometimes you just pit her out there at the end. We gotta work on your stamina, buddy. Syrinx.
Hiya. Damn. That's so
Hiya.
from being sick. No, hi. I'm Syrinx, she, her. Tonight I have the pleasure of playing Father Alark Winthrop, ready to go to a confession.
Indeed. And last but certainly not least for our player characters, Luna.
Hello, hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night and with social medias, including on Twitch where I stream. I am the social media manager here at the Rolling Nomads, but today I will be playing Calliope Rose of Clan Tremere.
And I, as always, am Avery, at Avery DuBois on all the social media platforms. I'm the partnerships manager here on the Rolling Nomads, and I will be playing everyone who did not just introduce themselves this evening. So, regardless of your time zones, let's go ahead and pick back up exactly where we left off. And I think we're going to start with Velasco and Alaric. You left last, but Alaric's home is much closer to the river than anyone else's havens. As you walk, soaking wet from walking through the rather strong undercurrent of the Kanawha River, crawling up like the dead things you are onto the shore. You've walked down several streets. Alaric, you know your haven isn't that far.
I will say I am not going to walk all the way to my haven with Velasco. If he is accompanying me, I will walk to the church and kind of drop off there. I'm not going to go to my haven then.
Sure. Velasco, do you follow Alaric once you get across the river?
No, I think you would stop and say, if you have a moment, and I'd like to open my home to you, if you have time for a discussion. If not, I understand.
Why don't you join me? If you want to have a discussion.
If that is agreeable to you.
Seems like the better option.
Lead the way, Father.
He will make his way to the church, and he will take Velasco there.
Now, St. Mark the Episcopal's Cathedral isn't a huge church. Alark, you know that Father O'Dunna is the one who's probably holding vigil this evening. But as you enter the chapel itself, Father O'Dunna is nowhere to be seen.
I'll lock that, but since Velasco is still here, I'm not going to act on anything. I will instead motion for Velasco to enter and go to the front pews and sit there for whatever discussion Velasco wants to have. Please, let's discuss inside whatever you want to say.
Of course. I'll take a seat next to Alark. I don't understand what happened tonight.
What happened in the building, or what we were made to do?
Any of it. I was mingling when you disappeared.
So you wish to know? Well, Balthazar already said so. They were keeping him there. Locked away, probably as a blood source. I discovered it.
What I don't understand is why it needed to happen. I used to be Catholic, Father, and I've since turned away and found my own faith. So make no mistake, I understand a great many things of why you do what you do, and your faith, and the disdain you have for our kind. But I never felt it myself. Not really. Not until tonight. I've never been so disgusted with what we are.
No matter how some of us might think that they are humane, that we can feel human emotions, we can control ourselves. I think it's very clear that you would feel the way you did after what happened tonight, after we are put face to face with the fact that we cannot control anything. And the thing we have inside of us yearns for violence, yearns for blood, yearns for death, yearns for a massacre.
I can understand all of that. I can even accept it. I'm a man who's done terrible things with a smile on my face, Father. I've done terrible things I don't regret. I've hurt people. Never given pause because I didn't care for them. But those people, I was starting to care for them. I was starting to like them. I didn't even really get a chance to make a decision before we tore them to pieces. Is this how you feel always? This self-loathing, this hatred. Is this how you exist, Father?
No matter how we try to disguise it, we are and always will be monsters. And whether or not you know people, you start to care for them, it should not matter. They're all people, they're all humans. They're not like us. They're better. They have hope. We do not, for we are damned. That is a thing that will not change. No matter how hard you try.
I don't rightly know if I believe in damnation. If I'm being honest with you. But tonight, I think I would like to.
I will interject just very quickly. Now it is winter time in Charleston. It's cold. The snow is falling. Even now, the cold water that froze on your vestments, on your clothing, is just now returning to its liquid form from being ice just from walking from the river to the church. It's also 6:05 in the morning, which means you have about an hour and a half if you intend to get back to your haven, Velasco. You have about an hour and a half to walk almost 3 miles. You're going to be pushing it.
I don't imagine I have the will tonight to make it back home, Father. Now, if you ask me, I might give it an honest try. But if not, might I stay here tonight?
To protect my flock, I'm afraid I will insist that you find shelter elsewhere. I even am not staying here. No one of our kind should stay here.
Then I'll take up no more of your time, Father. But I will point out you didn't answer the question. Is this how you feel all the time? Is this how you exist?
And I think for both of you, with the asking of this question, let us resolve the stains. All right. So, when a character has stains in their tracker, usually at the end of a session, but we're doing it now because it's thematic, they'll make a remorse test. The remorse pool is composed of how many empty spaces are left between the humanity and the stains taken. In the case of Humanity 7, a character with 1 stain, they'd roll 2 dice. However, in cases where there are no spaces left, such as Humanity 7 with 3 stains, they'd still roll 1 dice. Any amount of successes means that the character has felt enough guilt and enough remorse that their humanity will not drop. If they do not have any successes, the beast has won and they must drop their humanity by 1. Once the remorse test is completed, all stains are removed.
That's a success. And so do I
You
roll
get to
2
keep your
dice for the
humanity.
next
Nope.
one?
You get to keep
No,
your
1
humanity.
dice.
You
Yes.
just have to roll the
Same
1.
thing.
You got a success, so you get to keep your 8 humanity.
And remove all your stains.
And you
remove your
remove,
stains.
remove all stains. That
Okay.
is how remorse works.
Successes.
Perfect. You only needed 1 to feel remorse. So, with the knowledge that you are both feeling the guilt, and processing and allowing it to be a part of you, please continue.
This is how I will be going through each night until there is finally an end to it. I do not accept anything else. I do not deserve anything else.
This is a miserable existence, Father.
Precisely. Now, if you ever have a need to think back on those things you did with remorse, know that there is always someone who will be listening. And I will always be here.
There are a great many things that listen, Father. But I think your God has closed his ears to me. Good day. And thank you.
As Velasco turns to leave, Alaric You cast your eyes up towards the stained glass for just a moment. Maybe the reason you always liked this particular cathedral so much. That angel in the stained glass above the door looks an awful lot like Clara. And with the ice melting, falling, it looks like tears streaming down her face. Life is penance. We will shift our view over to the three kindred that left first and left together. Omen, Lark, Calliope. By this point, by the time it is a little bit after 5 in the morning, you've all made it back to the body shop. Calliope, you know it's about a 30-minute drive to Dalgane if you want to go back. So you have enough time. That'll give you about an hour to research before the day sleep takes you.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll, upon getting there, I'll say, well, this was a night of all time.
You don't have to do the small talk thing. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I was gonna say if you want to stay here, you can. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Let's not do this again.
I like that
I
plan.
agree.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Good one.
Lark, if you could for me, can you give me a wits and awareness?
That's no successes and a best roll.
Okay. We're going
And I
to...
can't roll any willpower because it's all Hunger Days.
Yeah, we're going to go to my handy dandy new chart that I made. And I'm going to say this one is pretty apt for this bestial failure. Paranoia. Yeah, you're going to be at a -2 dice pool to anything that takes an extended amount of thought until the scene resolves.
It's another average night for Lark.
Just you're back in Kanawa City. Everything's boiled up with Elia. You didn't manage to get back with Jessica, which, God, you haven't even checked in on that yet. That's going to be a fucking nightmare. You know how he gets. And you're just about 2.5 miles from the church. You know he knows you're here. So as that paranoia sets in, Calliope, you're getting on the motorcycle and leaving.
Yeah.
Very well. The thing that rouses you from this paranoia is the distinct roar of the 58 panhandle as it starts. And Calliope takes off into the night, leaving the two of you alone in the parking lot of the body shop. But only for a moment before the door bursts open and Dawn comes running out. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Janky just told me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be more careful. I promise. Whatever you're going to do to me, just do it.
Go home, Dawn. That's what I
Alright.
need you to do right now. Where's Janky?
He dropped off the styro about an hour ago.
Which is where?
He told me I needed to keep it out of the light,
Mm-hmm.
so I put it in the parts room.
Where's my RV?
It's in the auto bay. We went ahead and put it on concrete for you. We got a new set of tires for it. Free of charge.
You didn't touch it, did you? I understand you took tires off, but you didn't go in and touch things, did you?
I did have to at least go in to put it in neutral.
Push him and start heading to wherever the fuck the auto bay is.
All right, I'm gonna go home.
I'm
now.
gonna go deal with that, Dawn.
Hey, just quick check-in. Gracie left a note in the office.
She's here.
Yeah, like a lot earlier, like when we got back from, during the daytime after we dropped you guys at,
Didn't run janky or anything, right?
No.
No.
She came in with a guy though. I think it's her boyfriend.
What?
Yeah, he seems like a real nice feller.
Oh, what was his name? What did he look like?
I didn't catch his first name.
You got to start actually getting details, Don. It's real important that you actually get details on things so shit don't go wrong, okay?
His last name's Matheson. He handed me a card for a nighttime security gig.
Where's the
Seems
card?
like
Where's the card, Don?
it's in the office. I left it for you. He said that he wanted to talk to you about if you needed security here at nighttime.
Okay. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was just trying to do my job.
Don, I need you to go. It's been. I need you to go. I'll see you tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah. Jerry's still here. He's cooking downstairs, by the way.
Okay. All right. And I'm just gonna head directly into the office.
And Don will hop in his 78 Coupe de Ville and drive home. Lark, as you burst into the auto bay, you see a head sticks up from one of the ports, and you see Jerry, and he just pulls his head back down as you make your way past. And you see the RV up on cinder blocks and kind of in the back corner of the auto bay. Looks more or less sans tires, exactly the way you left it.
She'll open the door and walk in and just sort of look around and make sure everything is as disheveled, exactly as far as she can remember the way it looked the night that he died. And if it is, then she'll just walk over to the mattress that she tore into with her nails and just curl up in it.
And you can still smell his sweat. You can still smell his passion.
She will just stay there.
As you stew in this place, let's get a remorse check.
Here we go. I get 2. I got 1 success.
Let's go. Okay.
No more. I'll never survive another one.
I'm sad.
Oh God, I'm not gonna make it this time. Yeah, okay.
And I think in this moment, Lark, through now 4 remorse checks, let's get into Lark's mind a little bit. You felt more guilt in the last 3 days than you felt in the last 10 years. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Lark is on the surface, a very uncomplicated person. And it's by design. She doesn't know if she was much more emotionally intelligent or had more depth to her before Elliot got his hooks into her. So she doesn't have a whole lot of depth that she can explore, or she doesn't know how. As I said, it's by design. But I think she's thinking of a song that her father used to sing to her, and she doesn't remember the song all the way, and she doesn't remember who sings it. But one of the lines goes, "I would trade all of my tomorrows for one single yesterday." And she's humming it to herself, thinking maybe she finally understands what that means.
As your mind begins to flit through yesterdays, A little light in the dark. You recall another memory. You were sitting in the library at the University of Charleston. You have a textbook in front of you. An intro to pre-law. There was someone sitting there with you. Maybe an exchange student. Matthias, you think, maybe? She looks over to you and says, yeah, it is very important, Lark. If you want some sort of career in social work, and it's important that you have some sort of understanding of the law, which is why it is sort of incorporated into your coursing. So, I know this is really not your favorite thing to be studying, but it is quite important to the things that makes you happy.
Lark will. No, of course, pre-law is not my favorite. I'm not, I've seen all the Law and Order and stuff like that, and watched the marathons on a Sunday when I've been sick. But I'll do anything that will get me a leg up in getting fast-tracking my way into social services. It's really important. This area really needs dedicated people looking out for them.
Yeah, and I agree. If I could get a working visa to be here, I would be into the same sort of thing, just more from the law side. I enjoy the idea of being a lawyer, but there's some parts of it that just feel maybe vielleicht a bit slimy.
Well, yeah, because basically you're just being whoever is the best rhetorician tends to win the case, right?
Yes, this is this is what I hate about the idea of American law practice. That, like, I feel as if it's less about what is richtig, what is correct, and what is false, and it's more about who is the better public speaker.
Well, come now, I can't imagine things are that different over in Germany, but if you are so desperate to stay here and you want to study law here, I mean, we have this thing in America called a K-1 visa that if you marry some American girl, you're a good-looking guy, you can find an American girl, and there you go, bing, bang, boom, you can stay here. See, that's law. I know law.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Okay. I will I'll think about that.
Good, and I will peruse this, I'm sure, very expensive book. I can't wait for it to spend $250 on it.
Yeah, I just don't buy that one yet. I have an old copy. I can I don't need it anymore, so
How about I take you out to lunch and you bring it with you?
You have a gift for disarming people. I didn't when I agreed to help you study for this part of your degree, I was more interested in sort of getting your perspective on what it's like to grow up here in a region that is so disadvantaged.
You can say poor.
Poor. But I don't know, you've made me see it differently, I guess.
I'm actually glad to hear that. That's sort of the whole thing that I'm working towards. And the disarming thing just comes from me dealing with my mama for so many years. You have to sort of walk real careful around your words around her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I hope I get the chance to meet her sometime.
I hope not.
Well, if I end up being a public defender, I think I might have to.
You know what? That's a very good point.
He says, let's go to lunch. I heard there is, what do you call it? A kebab shop Yeah, like sandwiches and stuff. I think it's called like Subway or something.
Oh no, honey, we're not going to Subway, but there is a diner down the street, and we're gonna get you some country fried chicken. You'll love it.
Okay. And he puts his arm around your shoulder. And I think it's not in a romantic way. There's not this connection that you're feeling with Matthias in this memory is not romantic, but I think you definitely feel love between the two of you. And processing that you not only did you have family at the very least, but you had a friend, a good friend. With that, we will leave you to your guilt for a moment. As Omen, you walk into the office.
Omen's just kind of looking around and breathing in, trying to get that smell of Gracie and figure out where her note is.
You smell it, but you also smell, dare I say, the musk of a man who works very hard. You smell some kind of oil. Yeah. And you see that there's a note on the desk with a business card.
Omen's gonna sit down, unfold the note, and start playing with the business card as he reads it.
As you spin the business card, it says, "Hey, Unc. Just checking in. I came by with my boyfriend, but you weren't here. Guess what? We're moving in together." And there's an address, and you see that there's even a phone number attached to a landline. And it says, "I really hope you get to meet him soon. Also, please submit payroll."
Omen's gonna read over the address.
It's in Edgewood. Which you know is not very far away from where your uncle lives. It's probably about 2.5, 3 miles. It's a good neighborhood. It's a neighborhood with a lot of money. But I think Omen's eyes get stuck on the "Hey, Unc" bit, and I would like you to go ahead and roll me your remorse.
I got 2 successes, so.
As you feel that guilt, Omen, the one person that you know you really don't have to keep that many secrets from, she doesn't even know what you are to her.
I think in that moment of feeling that guilt, he's just remembering that guilt he feels for what happened to Gracie. And trying to keep her safe, he made it so much worse. And thinking about Janky being here, because that's what happened last time. Is Gracie saw Janky. And she started to remember again.
I think that your memory takes you back to UCMC, the hospital. You were young. A woman around your age laying in the bed holding a baby. She looks up to you. I didn't think you'd make it.
I got work off for this.
Well, come here.
Yeah. God, she's so small. She right? That's what the doc said.
Yeah. They're all that small. You look so scared.
God, she's so tiny.
Well, hold her.
And Omen's gonna reach out and pick up Grace, Evangeline Bennett.
So you take her in your arms, hold her.
Hey, baby girl. I'm your dad. I'm your dad.
And you're gonna do fine.
Yeah.
And the doctor walks in. It's a tall, very pale man. His long black hair has been bound back in a bun. He says, you must forgive me. This is my first time in my tour of the birthing wing. Hello, I'm Dr. Alistair Moon.
Thank you, Dr. Moon. How's she doing? Like, Owen has Grace just clutched to his chest, like.
She's doing well. She'll need some pretty consistent checks over the next few days. Normal, everything is routine. The birth was a little difficult on the mother, but we're hoping for a swift recovery, and we'll see what needs to be done. I assure you, I'll make sure that everything that can be done will be done.
Yeah, I mean, I got insurance through work now, so just
Don't
yeah.
worry. I know you don't know who I am, but all I need you to know, Mr. Bennett, is everything will be taken care of.
Thank you. There's just that moment of getting called Mr. Bennett and realizing that even though he's almost 17, like, he's now in charge of this whole life that he's holding.
He turns. Miss Shreves, if there's anything we can do, just please let us know, and I will leave the two of you to it. I hope to see more of you in the future, Mr. Bennett.
You can just call me Omen. That it's just Owen. It's yeah.
Mr. Bennett. And he nods his head. And
Dr. Moon.
he looks at the baby. I usually don't get sentimental about these sort of things. I've been a surgeon for a very long time now, and I think I'd like to change my focus to pediatrics.
Oh, that's good. There's a lot of babies being born.
Yes. And we are nothing without those who come after us. Thank you. Both of you. And you, little Grace, for reminding me of that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Farewell.
And he looks at Kate. Just, how long is she going to be in here? And
A few days.
Hey.
Why do you look so scared?
I'm fine. We got this.
Me too. Me too. Now, hand her back here, and why don't you go ahead and get out of them clothes? You got a little bit of oil on your collar.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I got it on her. Just.
I'll
can you
get it. I'll get it.
Okay.
Besides, she's gonna grow up in a fucking shop just like you.
God, I hope she does better than me. Yeah, or you're gonna grow up into something great. Yeah, I'll go get. Yeah, I'll go get cleaned up.
And as this memory turns, your gaze turns to the card that you've been playing with in your hand, Omen. It says Walter Matheson. The VOS security group.
Walter. At least you got a job, unlike the last one.
You see there is a picture of Walter on the business card. He's broad jaw, looks like he's built like a brick shit house.
Okay, well.
He looks like he's maybe in his early 30s.
Rice is all grown now. It's not my place. And he keeps on just kind of saying it's not my place as he goes to the computer to submit payroll and looks up their website.
Sure. You can see that VOS Security Group has a plethora of contracts around Charleston. And it says on their website they're always looking for more locations to provide a safe and secure nighttime experience for. Everything checks out. They have daytime hours, nighttime hours, But as you get through all of them, we'll go ahead and shift our gaze over to Calliope. So Calliope, you've roared through the streets of Conway City into Forest Hills and up the drive to Dalgane, where you see that rhododendron is sitting on the porch smoking a cigarette. She kind of turns her head with a smile.
Oh, hey, I didn't expect you to be up so early.
Do you need something?
I just came here to get away from the city and do some research.
All right. Well, this is your home as much as anywhere else.
I would ask for an insight, but I feel like with the bond, that feels genuine and warm in a way.
Sure.
And so she'll smile. Yeah, thank you. Do you need me to do anything while I'm here?
No, honey. Just take care of what you need.
Okay. And she'll do a little bow and head inside.
As you do, 90% of the chantry has already succumbed to the day sleep. As you move down into the library, you see one of the other kindred of this chantry, one of the newer ones, Hector, is still awake. He looks up, he says, "Oh, hello, love."
Evening. Have we met?
Not formally, I don't believe.
Calliope.
Hector.
Lovely. What's got you up so early?
Oh, just trying to get this ritual licked.
Yeah.
It's
Get that.
been a son of a bitch. And he looks up at you and says, "Do you mind taking a look? I've
Sure.
heard you're something of a protege of our dear regent here."
Oh, that's kind. Sure, yeah, I'll take a look.
And you're familiar with the ritual, but I don't believe you have access to this one. It is the ritual for Tiamat Glistens.
I do not have that one, no.
It is connecting to a Furcus, essentially. Yeah, so he slides this ritual over to you.
I'll start to take a look at it and try to make heads or tails of it.
Intelligence blood source for me really quick.
4 successes.
It looks like he's there's a bit of his runic application that is not as neat as it needs to be. There needs to be a little bit more spacing. He's also trying to work with the wrong medium as far as what's the euphoriant in the air. He's trying to work with euphoriants that would have worked on a person instead of euphoriants that would work on a vampire. Essentially, instead of burning blood, he is burning incense and things of the nature. He's going at it from the right angle. He's just not considering his newfound kindred nature.
Oh, I see. You're doing what I would have done when I was human. No, you gotta burn blood, not dragon's blood.
Oh, right. Obviously, there's a quintessential change in the nature of the thing. Means that the parts of the thing must change in a nature which is equivocable and essential.
Right, you just gotta account for who you are now.
And as you take a moment to help counsel a young blood sorcerer, and you remember that you just fried the fucking face of a young blood sorcerer on the grill not a few hours ago, go ahead and make me that remorse check.
2 successes.
So you do feel guilt, and not a little. Who are you to decide, I think, becomes the source of guilt.
This wasn't somebody who was gonna shoot at me, at least right away.
Sure. And yet, it still feels bad.
Yeah, exactly. I think she pauses and her eyes kind of stare blankly at the book or journal or whatever he's reading. And she just kind of zones out.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you need help with anything? Nobody comes to the library without looking for things.
No, I think I should be able to find what I'm looking for, but thank you.
Well,
Let me know if you need any more
you
help.
help me. Let me help you.
Do you know where I can find... I tried looking before, but I didn't really have enough time to do a thorough search, but where I can find different sects of our clan.
One moment. Bilquis, where did you go? Come here, Bilquis. And you see something you've rarely seen, a flying homunculus comes and lands beside him. He says, Bilquis, my darling, my love, goddess of love and beauty and sex, would you mind finding the Ordo Secretus? And the little homunculus looks up and nods and flies up.
That is adorable.
I found that my speciality in blood sorcery really lies in creation.
That's a gift.
The homunculi have been always very easy. I can make, a rat out of my blood that goes and, finds out secrets and things. But I need, for some of the things I aspire to, I just need a little bit more juice, you know what I mean? Which is why I've been working so hard on learning this ritual. I need to find a place of power and attune myself to it so that I can have the gravitas,
No, I know what you mean. You'll find it. You'll get it.
I have such aspirations. And not the reach to grab them.
She kind of smiles, thinking about. She's a little reminded of herself in a lot of ways. You will. You just have to work at it really hard.
Yes. I've thought about creating another homunculus just for the library here. Since we don't have any computers here, I feel like it would be, good to have, a servant dedicated to the library.
Well, if I was Regent, I think that'd be a great idea.
Yes. I haven't brought it up to Rhododendron yet. She's been so busy fretting. I don't want to...
You know what she's fretting over?
Something about one of us being too visible.
Can I insight see if he knows anything more?
Yeah, sure.
2 successes.
2 successes. He does not. He seems genuinely lost. He seems a lot like Terry down in the basement. It seems like he really has not left this library in probably a few nights, at the very least.
Fair enough.
And eventually Bilquist comes back with the book. He says, perfect. Thank you, Bilquist. And he takes the book and hands it to you.
I will take it and sit across from him. And open up.
What exactly are you looking for, Calliope?
Thinking back to my my trip, is this the same book that Dr. Moody asked me to find?
This is.
So I want to...
You see, this is it has the same intro by Maximilian Strauss.
Of course. I want to actually see if I can find the torn out page, or where the page was torn out.
Interesting. Give me intelligence academics.
Oof, 2 with the possible bestial resting.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 2 is enough here. The resting bestial is not going to apply. You see that the specific orders are separated by... They're separated in alphabetical order. And you see that between the unbowed mundanes and the Covenant, there is a page missing.
Okay.
Of course, the unbowed mundanes are written about very admonishingly that they rejected blood sorcery and argued for better conditions for those Tremere that weren't adept in blood sorcery. And of course, the Covenant being a group of Tremere who sought to include necromancy into the canon of blood sorcery.
Right. So, and then obviously it was the Brothers of Absinthe page that was torn out, as I still have it.
Yes, that one is also torn out.
Oh, okay. Then I misunderstood. There's a second.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Oh, okay. So I want to use my is there a roll I can make to ascertain what has been taken out?
This is going to be a rare double skill roll for me. I'm going to say academics occult.
Okay, I'm gonna rouse. I failed.
Which
I'm at
brings your
300.
hunger to 3.
Yes. Academics occult. Okay. 4 successes.
As you rack your brain, what could be in the middle of these two actions that was ripped out? You rack your brain, you go through remembering, looking through this book when you got it for Dr. Moody, just running through, and you recall the page that's missing. It had a large black triangle surrounded by a circle with a white square in the middle. It was the symbol of the Presidium. The Presidium being a sect of traditionalists who sought a return to the pyramid after the fall of the Prime Chantry.
I think with that, she'll, that checks out. That makes sense to her if her, if lending to her theory. So with this, she feels like she is a step closer to tracking Moody down. It would make sense why then he would be helping the Camarilla in some capacity. If he is, that's her theory anyway. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do with this research, but I imagine the sun is coming up pretty steadily. Yep.
The grogginess of day sleep takes you. You look up and you see that Hector is already dead.
Okay. Poor thing.
Face in a book. Bilquis is just stroking his hair and kind of getting the knots out of his hair.
That's so sweet. I think she's gonna take the book up to her room.
Sure. And as you take the book up to your room, we will go to our last kindred. Svelasco. Your limbs feel like they each weigh a ton by the time you get back to your house. You can almost feel the sun coming up. As Solus kind of chirps in your ear. Come on, old man. It's just a little bit further. Come on, you can do it. You're not no fucking bum. Come on.
I don't know if I want to sleep inside tonight, Solus.
And he kind of perks up on your shoulder and is kind of looking out ahead of you. Well, it looks like fucking Dolly's here, so you better fucking go inside.
All the more reason not to.
What, you hungry?
No, it's been so long since I've had reservations about myself.
Well, fucking stop it. What happened to Mr. I Am the Land? Come on, where's that guy at? I need that guy. I need the guy coming out punching. I need the dude who comes in swinging.
Would that it was so easy, Solus.
Oh, come on, man. We got so much history together. We've been through so much. I brought you so many dead chickens, and you're just gonna leave me hanging here as not the guy that I need? Come on.
Let's thank you.
Oh, you don't gotta thank me, man. I got you, you got me, you give me blood, I bring you chickens. That's how this thing fucking works. And I would like you to go ahead and make me a wits and awareness.
That's one success with a bestial failure.
I think I'm actually also going to hit you with the paranoid as well. -2 to anything that requires an extended amount of thought until the scene resolves. And I think that paranoia triggers when you get to your porch, thinking about not even going inside, and you see that the door is ajar.
Are you sure it's Dolly Solis?
I mean, it smells like Dolly.
Let's find out together.
Okay. There's my guy coming in swinging that fucking give him the old one, though.
Velasco will kind of pull his shoulders back and put on the facade, at the very least, of the confident dandy man.
And you do see Dolly standing stock still in your living room, holding an envelope. And her eyes are glazed over. You would guess by the redness in her knees that her knees have been locked in that position for probably 3 hours, 4 hours. That she's been standing stock still, holding an envelope, waiting for you.
What's
She
the
says
matter,
no.
Dolly?
It's like she doesn't even hear you.
Dolly. I will approach.
She's rigid to the touch. Warm, not dead.
I will take the envelope from her hands.
As you do, she shakes her head. Oh, hey there, Mr. Velasco.
Morning, Miss Dolly. Why don't you take a seat?
Oh, is it morning time already? Oh my God, my legs hurt. And she sits down. So where you been, Mr. Velasco?
Contemplating the theology of what I might be tomorrow as well as today.
Oh,
about
you and
you,
your
Dolly?
fancy words. You know, I just went down, I just went down the road a little ways, and I had a real nice guy tonight. He was just kind of strange, I think. He said his name was Hank.
Is that who gave you this?
Nobody gave me that.
You don't recall bringing this to my abode?
You know, now that I think about it, I don't rightly remember what happened between... I mean, I did take some stuff tonight, but nothing major. Just, you know, like a little bit of weed. I had a drink.
I see. You're more than welcome to stay. You have a key, Dolly. Please, if you feel the need to stay, by all means. But I'm gonna review this, and I think I must retire. Are you all right? And I'll give her kind of a once-over.
She looks to be in fine physical health. I mean, other than being a little drunk and a little high still. Just, would you mind if I stayed with you in your room, maybe?
I think that would be just fine, Dolly.
All right. And she walks back to the bedroom, and you hear the bathroom door open and the shower turn on. And
I'll check this letter.
as you open the envelope and pull out what is a very finely handwritten letter. It says, if this is any indication, I know what is valuable to you. So by extension, I must make you understand what is valuable to me. Do not come on my side of the river again, or there will be consequences, and you can relay this to my son and the rest of your coterie. Signed, Primogen, Hank Coulter.
Solis, make enemies wherever we tread.
What are you gonna do? There's always gonna be dickheads out there.
Find myself less conflicted. I find myself enraged, Solis.
Ah, well. When I find myself like that, I do a little weasel war dance. I don't know what your thing is, though.
I'm going to empty the court of Kim Maria of Charleston.
Sounds like a good plan to me. But hey, come on. Give me the line one time.
They will know. And they will know, Solis, I am the land.
There it is.
Now
There's
let's-
my guy. Coming and swinging, baby. Let's get him.
Be safe during the day, Solis. I don't know what else they will send.
All right. I'll keep an eye out. You go hang out with Dolly and eat or whatever that flesh soundy thing you guys do together is.
I do need to expend some energy before sleeping, I think.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and go to our break. We'll see you all on the other side. And stay tuned for a little bit of intermittent entertainment. We'll see you soon.
By the blood of my blood and all those who came before me, I see you. I see the pain caused and the lives taken. I give my life for my family by this blood on my hands, and I will take you with me if it is the last thing we do. No more. This ends with us. There will never be another Connor Clane for their cause. So I bind you by the green and by the dark and whatever else you served, by this stolen land and these ties that bind. I claim you. And if it kills us both, so be it. Now get the hell out of my yard.
What shall we conclude then? Do we have any advantage? Not at all. For we have already made the charge that Jews and Gentiles alike are all under the power of sin. Romans chapter 3, verse 9. Listen now, my brothers and sisters, we are all cloaked by the power of sin, and let us revel in this, his word. There is no depravity to which you may fall. The glory of him cannot reach you. This, our city of Charleston, is no different. We see the lauded sins of the adulterer and sorcerer alike. Amen. The sins of the politicians who would style themselves as Pharisees. Amen. The cruel and the wicked are lions which lay down with you, my lambs. Can I get an amen? Follow me now as I tell you the forgiveness for our sins lays only in that holy blood in which we have been washed, my brothers and sisters. We are washed in the holy blood of the covenant. Praise him, Lord. Let us show our trust in the Lord with this handling of the serpents and in the speaking of tongues. Amen, my brothers.
I been your warden? Did you think I would not notice your machinations? I can feel myself fading, growing weaker as your schemes unfold. But brother, we are more alike than even I would care to admit. And you are not the only one who has been plotting. Brother, should I fall? Should the Shattered Gate Watch fail? Should the Vanguard falter? You will still contest with the Unignited.
Hello and welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the little bit of programming in our break there. But let's get back to the vampires, shall we? The day's sleep occurs. Now, Velasco, you're in a unique position. You have access, and Calliope. Both of you have access to a food source before you enter your day sleep. Are you slaking hunger?
I will.
No, I don't trust this. Velasco's, when last we saw him, was paranoid, so absolutely fucking not.
Sure. All right. Calliope, of course, there's the reserves of blood wine here that you can partake of and reduce your hunger to 1. For the rest of you, well, for all of you, upon rising for the next evening, if you believe you took a step towards your desire or ambition, now it's the time to let me know.
I did my research.
You
I
did
now
good.
know Moody's.
I'm
What he's
gonna
looking into.
I have to change mine because mine are all Elliot focused.
I will allow you to fully restore your willpower, Climb.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Omen's ambitions are to find peace and to get the Thin Bloods established.
Do you feel like you did that?
I just tore apart an entire union hall, so yeah.
Okay.
No.
So your composure or resolve, whichever's higher.
Yeah.
Anyone else? All right, then composure or resolve,
Yeah.
whichever is higher. You may restore. Sorry.
Using
I
it.
was just gonna say, I'm gonna say something very weird, but I think in a way with the last conversation with Velasco, and Velasco admitting like the remorse thing and stuff and encouraging that, I feel like in a twisted way that works into my desire to end the monsters. I feel like it's a twisted way. If you say, I don't think so because it's not literally ending them, I'm fine with that.
No, I'm going to say go ahead and restore your willpower. Now, Calliope, you do still have an aggravated point of willpower that you're going to have to spend some time with some touchstones over.
Oh, fun.
However, now that we're here, 1 rouse check from everyone, please. 4 hunger for Lark. Calliope's good. 4 hunger for Velasco. 3 hunger for Omen. What about you, Lark?
I have a success on my rouse check, but I will do attempts to heal because I have 3 superficial.
Sure. That is also a good point. If anyone would like to heal any damage they sustained.
And I awaken on 0 hunger.
Wild.
What's that like?
You gotta kill someone for it.
Yeah, true.
Girl. So with that, you all know where you need to be tonight. which is North Charleston, Sats Cemetery.
I have a thing I'd like to do before I leave.
Go for it.
Well, first I should ask, do I have still Larry Bennett's phone number?
You do.
I'm gonna call him.
Phone rings. Larry Bennett.
It's gonna take a moment. Panic. Hang up.
Number calls back.
She'll answer.
Yeah, hello. Sorry, I got a call from this number. Hello.
Hey.
Callie?
Yeah. Hey.
No. Who the fuck is this?
Sorry. Wrong number. And I will hang up and put my phone in my bag and fucking leave.
It continues to ring in your bag. You can feel it. This is going to continue for about 20 minutes.
That's fair enough. I'm just panicking as I drive.
Very well. The rest of you?
I want to eat. I'm hungry.
So, are you making a call or?
Yeah, I was to call one of my relatives, one of my many, many relatives.
Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Sorry.
Should I come up with a name on the fly?
I just need to know who you're going to call.
I don't. Besides Dolly, which I'm
That's
not gonna
essentially
call
the
Dolly.
question. If you're going to call Dolly or someone else.
No, because I have heard that Dolly is with Velasco, and I am mad about it, and I don't want to deal with it. I still haven't had that conversation with Velasco, but I haven't had that conversation about Gracie with Omen either, because Lark is extremely self-centered. So I'm gonna call a relative. I'm gonna call a cousin.
You call through. You and your cousin Carrie have been pretty tight. He's a little bit of a mess. Not quite in the situation that Dolly's in. He just works too much. You give him a call. Lark?
Carrie.
Hey, it's a long time no talk. How you been?
Well, I'm in a little bit of a pickle, Carrie. I need to see you real quick. Do you have the time?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, do you need me to bring my welding kit or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm at insert the name of Omen's garage here because Buddy has forgotten the name of it.
The shortstop?
The shortstop. I'm at the shortstop, Carrie, and I need you here real bad.
Shit. Yeah, sure. I'll be over in a minute. I'm in Malden right now. We got this job for this motel that got busted the fuck up, so we're getting that. We got that fixed. But I'll be over in like maybe. You got 15 minutes? Is that all right?
I mean, it'd be better if it was 10, Carrie, but if 15 is what it is, I'll wait 15.
Well, I gotta unhook my stuff. You know, can't drive with the hoses connected and the valves open and shit. But I'll try and make it 10. I promise.
Thank you, Carrie. I'll be here.
All right, love you.
Hang up.
And I think, are you staying in the RV?
No, she'll just wander out to the front and wait for him.
As you wander out, Jerry peeks his head up one more time. Hey, Miss Lark,
Yes.
could you do me a favor?
I highly doubt it.
I got something I want you to try. Could you try something for me? I've been cooking all night trying to make up the right recipe, and I think I got it, but I'm not entirely sure.
Don't you have one of your thin blood buddies so you can experiment on?
I mean, this isn't as much of an experiment as it is a perfection.
Lark, let's go. Omen?
I with Omen's humanity, he wakes up after Lark does, so I think that's what wakes him up.
Yeah, for sure.
He's still like curled up under his desk with the card and the note from Gracie, and just, yeah, Lark, and just kind of wanders out of the office. Well,
Jerry's
What's-
talking to me.
what's going on?
Will you talk to him, please?
Jerry, what's going on?
I made something and I wanted Miss Lark to try it.
What is it, Jerry? You got to preface with what you've done before you ask people to do it. I mean, it worked
calling
out.
This one Rocky Road. It's my favorite ice cream.
What does it do, Jerry? What is it supposed to do?
Well, what it is supposed to do is make somebody a little bit scrappier. Kind of give you the edge, you know. And I didn't want to give it to you because you're always kind of on edge, no offense.
Just no business card still clutched in his hands. I'm fine, Jerry.
Lark is gonna stick her finger in Jerry's. What's Jerry's last name? Does Lark know?
I don't think Jerry has ever said what his last name is to Lark.
Then she'll just stick her finger in his face. She's look at here, Jerry. I don't want anything that you or your thin blood friends concoct and stick things in and bubble up. I ain't putting any of that down my gullet. Is that understood?
I guess.
Save that experiment mad scientist shit for your other thin blood friends.
Yeah, but they're kind of stupid.
Takes one to know one, Jerry, and she'll start walking out.
All right.
Jerry, hand it over. I'll give it to Clappy.
And he hands you a syringe. It's got 2D batteries affixed to the side of it and connector and current connectors inside of the syringe.
So, Jerry,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to stab someone with this?
Only if you want them to get real scrappy, real fast. I was gonna call it lightning in a bottle or like white lightning, but I like Rocky Road. It's like the Rocky movie on a road.
I get that you're my nephew and all, but we need to workshop your business sense.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about it. I mean, everybody loves Rocky Road. Who doesn't like fucking ice cream?
Me and every other kindred that we're going to try and market this to.
Fine. I'll think.
No, you're going to do it. You're going to come up with a better name that I can actually market, Jerry.
Blood lightning.
I need you to move the RV out into the yard.
All right.
Don't.
But I got more stuff to cook.
That's great. You can cook it after you move the goddamn RV.
Can I cook in the RV?
No. She was real scrappy.
Just saying, it'd be nice to have a mobile lab. That's all I'm saying. You ever seen Breaking Bad?
Then maybe if you can market some more stuff, we can get the money to get that mobile lab. Thought, Jerry.
Fine. He
We
crawls
spend
out.
money on business school on you and just
Lark, as you go outside, and about 7-8 minutes later, Carrie's truck pulls up. He's got a new truck since the last time you saw him. It looks like he's getting paid well. And he looks a bit healthier than the last time you saw him too. Like, he still looks a little overworked. He's got bags under his eyes, but he's a welder in Appalachia. There's no shortage of work for him.
Well, look at you, Mr. Stone. You hitting the gym or what?
Yeah. Seeing a new girl. She's real into muscles, so I've been working hard.
Well, you treat that girl right, even if it doesn't mean that you have to bulk up for.
Yeah, she's from north of the river, so I'm just trying to keep up, really.
I know quite a few people north of the river. What's her name?
Lorette
Lorette. I'll keep
King.
that in mind.
Don't tell your mama, please.
That won't be a problem, Carrie. I only talk to Mama if it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I don't need Auntie getting up my shit about dating a girl north of the river.
Well, unfortunately, Carrie, it seems that my problem has been resolved, but and I do need to go somewhere. I'm so sorry to have wasted your time. Can I give you a hug, though?
Oh yeah, of course. Come here. He wraps his arms around you. And...
So, do I need to make a manipulation subterfuge?
No, he's so tired. It's almost like taking candy from a baby. Like
I don't have 12 dice for that roll or anything.
Yeah. I was about to say, even if you took half, you would still. If you took half, you would still have 3 times the amount of successes that you needed to pull this off.
But I am at 4.
Oh, how much are you now? Okay, how much are you taking?
I'd like to take 3, which is a lot, and it's gonna leave him not able to work or go see his girlfriend across the river.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and make me a willpower for 3.
Yeah.
You
Sick.
can touch.
That is 6 successes.
6 successes. Yeah, easy.
With a crit.
Easy. You take 3, and I'll say with the crit, you manage to make that third just untaxing enough that he'll at least be able to get in his car and go home.
Oh, and she'll lick the wound close and sort of pull away from him. Oh, Carrie, you look plumb tuckered out. You spend way too much time at the gym and work. You gotta prioritize your time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I know the rest of the cousins never gave you credit, but you got the best head on your shoulders out of any of us, I think.
Oh, something like that, Carrie. Something like that. You want orange juice or something? I'm sure. I
think I might just stop by Tino's and get some breakfast. They've got this breakfast burrito that I'm real into right now. Really gets me on my macros that I need to start the day. And
I'm not going to pretend to understand that sentence, Carrie, but I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, Charisse has been asking a lot about you, like just what you've been up to. And I haven't really had any good answers, so I've just been kind of, doing the adult thing and being like, Charisse, if you want to know what Lark's been up to, you should probably talk to Lark. That whole thing.
No, that's absolutely correct of you, Carrie. If anyone in the family wants to know what I'm up to, well, they should absolutely reach out to me. And,
well,
call me at night. I'm real busy during the day.
Charisse's man don't let her have a phone, so I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation. And I wouldn't normally dig into your business, but is there a number that I can give her so she can call you from a payphone while she's out on her walks or some shit?
Or Lee, you can call right here, the shortstop.
Sure.
I should get the message.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Don't be surprised if she stops by in like a week or 2 or something. Just this real asshole. So if you could just maybe, I hate asking shit of you. If when she calls, maybe you should put a little bug in her ear that she needs to leave this fuck. That'd be great. I know, Lark. I know. I hate asking. I'm sorry.
No, that's not why I make the face. Why don't you give me his address? Text it to me.
All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
All
I might
right.
pay a visit.
Just take a gun or something. He's fucking crazy. He's
Oh.
all tweaked out, and he's all on some fucking grand conspiracy shit. I really don't fucking like this guy. He's creepy.
Don't you worry about me, Carrie. There's no snake I can't charm.
Gross. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, cuzzo.
And she'll just wave, and like all affection is like,
Yeah.
breaks.
He hops in his truck and drives off to Tino's.
Omen's just been kind of standing outside the door.
I'm sorry, Omen. I should have asked if you wanted something.
I got things downstairs.
You got me too, if you want to.
Well, here's the thing: is you already ate, so
Yeah, but you haven't.
we gotta get going though.
Doesn't have to be long.
Want to step into my office, Lynn?
Sure. She'll follow you. Is the letter still in your office?
Omen's got it in his hands,
Oh,
and he's got the card, and he hasn't let go of them.
something you want to tell me, Omen?
What? Oh,
Someone writing you love letters.
no. It's just Gracie just left me a note.
And what note would she leave for her dear daddy?
My new boyfriend.
And we
And
are
Omen's just
happy.
Omen's just gonna shove the note into Lark's chest.
And we're not happy about this boyfriend.
Why wouldn't I be?
You don't ask for much, Omen. And if it's something you want us as a coterie to look into or help you look into it personally, we will do so.
That's what I want to keep her out of it. That was the whole goddamn point, Lark. Is keep her out of it until she texts me and she calls. She has no idea who I am.
It's not true. She knows your family. She calls you Unc.
Yeah, that was only after Janky fucked up and I had to fix it.
I apologize that I was mean to her that night.
She's just real protective of me, even if she doesn't know why.
I've known for a little while. I just didn't want to bring it up. Selfish like that.
Who told? Did Janky keep running his mouth?
Don't worry. Person I got the information from is dead.
How'd it get it? This is real important, Lark. It's
Unfortunately, I don't know if any of our kind can speak with the dead. Get answers from them after they've expired.
fucking perfect. Great.
Speaking of, I'd like to bury him if I can. At some point, next to my daddy.
Sure. Whatever you want, Lark.
She'll hold out her wrist.
And he'll bite into it, and he's taken 2.
2 rouse checks, Lark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm up to 3.
It's give and take all the time.
I love it. It's my puppy dog.
So, you all know you have some place to be. And you know that this is unfortunately quite time sensitive because sometime in the early hours of the morning, the Prince of the Camarilla will come to bestow her judgment to Sad Cemetery. And Mariana Jessup is nothing if not punctual.
I will say that for Alaric, he, being on a little bit of a time constraint last night as well, he would have made an effort to see that, was it Father O'Donnell? Or I can't remember the name quite. The other
O'Donnell.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would have checked that nothing had happened, just to make sure last night, if that is something that he would have been able to reassure or not.
Yeah, for sure. You would have found him drunk in his office, passed out.
Okay.
Which is pretty normal for O'Donnell.
Sure. Something to deal with later, I suppose. This night, however, I will say I would like to. I know I healed 3 superficial. I would like to willingly take 1 superficial, because Alaric, the only thing he does before he leaves for the cemetery is he would confess, because he a lot has happened and he used his blood powers. The massacre happened, Dennis happened. There is a lot that he feels like he wants to confess for.
Are you confessing with another priest, or are you going to the altar alone?
No, he's going alone. These are things he can't burden anyone else with.
Sure.
So he does that, and he punishes himself.
Sure.
And after that, he also prays for all of the souls that died last night.
Sure.
And that's something he does do before he would leave. So he will take damage and he will keep his wounds for that.
Sure. As you all arrive in North Charleston, at the end of this roundabout, an old rickety sign that's half falling apart that says Sats Cemetery on it, leading back a gated trail into the dark forest. Getting out of your vehicles, you see the rest of your coterie. And Velasco, if you could for me, this again, I'm going to ask for a very rare 2 skill roll. Awareness and occult, if you wouldn't mind. Take it from you as well, Calliope, if you would like.
Of course.
And Lark, you have blood sorcery as well.
Uh-huh. What
Go
was the
ahead.
skill roll?
Awareness and occult.
All hunger. Oh, yeah.
Samesies.
Heard.
3 successes.
3 successes from Velasco.
Five on a crit.
5 on a crit. Velasco with 3. The spirits of the land are much more lively here. It's an old wooded lot. You're going to have to walk back at least 1.25 miles. Spirits of the land are content here, but they're different than the spirits of the city, but there's some strange interaction here. You're not outside of corporation limits. This is a strange green haven inside of the city. For you, Calliope, this almost feels like hallowed ground, but not a church. The thing that is vindicated here is blood magic. You have not felt more ambient power crackling in the air around you ever in your life.
Good.
Every molecule of the air is on fire, ready to be plucked.
Okay. Oh gosh. Something I just remembered something I wanted to do, but it's okay, I'll do that later. I will keep this all in mind and but I won't say anything.
Of course, Alaric, you've parked at the end of this roundabout around a power pole enough times. You know every step of this walk like the back of your hand because, well, maybe because of the amount of times you've almost turned around and not made the full walk.
So, we are here tonight to put an end to this drug that is going around. Don't know if we will be able to do it tonight, but we have to. It's causing too much.
Well, yeah. So,
I'm sorry.
I'll-
Who are we meeting? Who are we meeting again? One of the Primogen, right?
The Banu Haqim Primogen.
Oh,
He's supposed to be helping distribute somehow.
Joiner. Lark, when we caught him in your aunt's bathroom, Velasco and I.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you pushed him up against the wall, and it was a whole
And he
thing.
hurt me. Yeah, I remember that part.
Mhm. Yeah, so we need to be real careful.
Real careful.
Joiner?
Yeah, Joiner,
Alaric,
whichever one it is.
you're familiar with Matthew Joyner. He's one of Keziah's ghouls. He's been one of Keziah's ghouls for a while, probably the last 9-ish years. They apparently work together. He's considering him for the embrace, quote unquote. But every time he gets to it, the two of you end up talking about it, and you end up talking him out of it, and it's that circle around the drain.
Yeah. Obviously. Right. Well, we are not meeting Joyner. Here we're meeting Keziah Mason. Joyner is his ghoul.
As far as I remember, there's a bunch of joiners, right? All running
Yeah,
around, copies of
yeah.
each other or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he
it's-
said. And then there was the one you met outside the church.
Now that information is new to you, Alaric, that there are multiples of him running around.
And there's only supposed to be one individual by the name of Joyner, I thought.
Nope, there's a couple of them. It's real weird. Their faces got all changed. The same guy, though, from what I was understanding. Right, Velasco? That was what he was saying, right?
Correct. By an individual that I've come to understand is named Severina. At least that's my theory.
Right. I guess that is something else to figure out on another night.
Yeah, we don't have
Okay.
too much time, if I'm understanding what you were saying last night correctly.
If
No,
I might
indeed.
trouble you as well, I'm inclined to pass a message tonight. One of my companions was sent to give me a message last night. Dolly arrived with a letter in hand from one Hank Coulter, implying that he knows what is close to me and warned me not to come on his side of the river.
You mean like we are right now, Velasco?
Indeed.
Wonderful.
If you get Dolly killed, Velasco, I will kill you.
Do you think I care for her so little, Miss Stone?
I don't know what the hell you want with her.
Probably not the
Well,
place to have it.
I suppose until we solve this drug chain, that we have no choice but to be on this side of the river.
Suppose we should be prepared for anything then tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, let's make haste. We don't want to be here when the Prince of the Camarilla is here.
The print. Okay. Yep. Let's. If you would lead the way, Rev. I don't know where I'm going, or I could sniff it out.
No, I can lead the way.
So you'll hop the iron gate begin your walk back into Sat's cemetery. For all of my blood sorcerers, the deeper you move in, the more acutely you can feel that this place is different. Even you, Lark, as you get, about a half mile in, you can feel that the air feels thicker here, more adept to the workings of blood sorcery. It is like the air here is clotted with its own blood. But as you reach Sat's cemetery, it is quaint. For our wonderful audience, Sat's cemetery is an old Civil War cemetery. It's all the way back a dirt road. It's hard to get to. Some of the tombs were once unrecognizable, but now it seems there's been routine maintenance here. And you will see Keziah with his hedge clippers. His red hair is bound up in a tight bun on the top of his head. The sides and the back of his head are shaved. Currently, he just has a kind of white tank top on with black suspenders and black slacks and kind of gardening boots. You can see covering his back are these absolutely horrific scars. See, he finishes clipping and stands up, places the clippers on top of Henry Klein's grave. He turns. I wasn't expecting you to bring company, Lark.
I suppose we have some things to talk about.
All of us.
Yes, all of us. Has something to do with your new project, or what you want to call it, how you want to explain it.
Gonna need to more narrowly define the scope of your question, I think, Lark.
The drugs you're providing.
The bleeps.
You mean the drugs that they created? The drugs that they made to poison us?
Why are you being in a chain of delivery for it? Why was your name mentioned at the source? We found the notes from the Nosferatu, and you were mentioned in them.
Fucking Agatha. God damn it, I know I should have killed her. Fuck.
Oh, you should have killed her.
Killed her.
She was a monster, just like the rest of them.
Hi, I'm sorry. For those of us who don't sit at the front of the class and don't take notes and don't show up all the time, what's going on?
Perhaps you should have just killed Agatha when you had the chance.
Just explain it. We saw Agatha afterwards. She wasn't herself.
No. I'd let Dr. Moody try and take care of her.
What do you know? How do you know Dr. Moody?
He's the Tremere Primogen of Charleston.
How long?
4 years. Oh, he told us all about you and rhododendron Phipps, Calliope Rose. Killing your own kin. Burning them alive. For what? For what?
Lark's gonna put a hand on Calliope and step in front of her. Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Whoever the hell you are. You don't need to be yelling at her. What you do need to be doing is speaking to the good father here and explaining to us how you're going to stop the flow of this drug that's affecting all of us into the city of Charleston. And that's it.
It'll stop when Mariana Jessup gives us the right to come across the river and slaughter all of you.
I'm
That's
standing
why.
right here.
That's why, Alaric. That's why I did all this. They're monsters. And we have to kill all of them. We have to pluck them out root and stem.
Yeah, and I'm the monster. Sure.
And Mariana, she's too weak. She's too weak to give us the war that has to happen.
I met Mariana Jessup. I'd call her many things, but weak isn't among them. She's going to turn to Calliope and, like, out loud say, honey, don't you ever let a man yell at you.
Indecisive, then.
So after you take care of the other side of the river, you take care of this side as well?
They have all been judged and found wanting.
And you're the judge?
Yet you want...
I am.
Of course you are.
As my blood flowed to me from Anchali Bui, and hers to her sire, and my bloodline as far back as Alamut, I am the judge.
I'm so sick of everyone talking about their sires and their bloodlines. Who fucking cares where you came from?
You're about to. I thought this was what you wanted, Alaric. To end all the monsters. That we could have some moment of peace.
To find out that you are part of the reason why so many deaths are happening, not in our kind even. It's not just about us. If it was just about us, if you were just killing us, I would not blink an eye, but that's not what is happening here.
Do you think God blinked at Sodom and Gomorrah?
I think that this is a conversation that we do not need to be present for. I think you are standing there and you're threatening the safety of us and the people that we care about. And you can have your Bible lesson at a later time if you are still standing, Mr. Primogen.
Let's talk and let's find a way to let us end it.
Come now, Father. There's no reasoning with monsters. The Primogen wants a war so badly. I invite you to become the martyrs to start it. Step forward, son. Let's see if we can give you your war.
Keziah.
He looks to you, Clark.
I'm hurting you, aren't I?
Not in a way that matters. All of this I've done for you. All of it.
And it will lead to me losing you. That is. You're making it inevitable for me to lose you. And a lot has been happening these past nights, but I don't want that. I don't want to lose someone who, despite the monster that I am, loves me. I'm asking you, don't make me lose you.
Looks around for a moment. Put the gun down, Matthew. And you see Joyner slings a rifle over his shoulder and walks out from behind one of the sepulchres. What would you ask of me? Alaric, I have been nothing but a slave to your desires, and the one time I act for you, I'm admonished in your gaze. When I stole the vice from Elliot, do you know where it was headed? It was on a non-stop freight to Miami, Florida, in liquid form. You think what this is bad enough in pills? When it's a liquid, we don't even have to drink blood. We can just inject it. And if you think the high from them pills is bad, old son, you ain't seen shit about the liquid. I held on to this for years. And I didn't do nothing until it got so bad that I had to. They've become out of control. Look at what he's done to her. And he points to Lark.
Now, don't need to make the conversation about me.
You think I can just sit here and not find a way to make monsters see that he's even worse? I did what I had to do. And I'd do it again.
You've opened their eyes. And now it's time to stop, and we'll take care of the problem.
I stop before
But we
it's
don't
done.
make a massacre around it.
If I stop before it's done, then all them people died for nothing.
Well-
And I can't have that.
Maybe if that's so important to you, you should have thought about that beforehand.
I did my best to make it surgical. I only ever let them sell the vice to those who were in the orbit of kindred. I made sure that no one was dabbling with this that didn't need to. People, souls that were already touched and corrupted, I made sure.
And that makes you better than me?
There's something they say, the road to hell is paved with something surgical, made
good
intentions.
sure they're around other vampires, something like that, right, Omen?
Good intentions, yeah. And that's the thing, son. All you did was do their dirty work for them instead of... I ain't talking to a lost cause.
What
What's done is done.
Henry Ezra Corland has made is in the light for everyone to see now. Whatever happens to me, I have no regrets. And if you make me kill you, I will. I'm asking you not to force my hand. But I will kill you, if I must.
The kindred you're looking at, Keziah, are going to be the ones to stop the source of this drug. Are you really going to threaten to take them out while we can maybe do something half decent? Who would have thought?
Can they?
Perhaps it's less black and white than we think.
What happened to you? We had a plan. We built a life together. And look, I know that maybe you can subsist off of a few graveyard fucks a year, but I can. If you're asking me for something, Alaric, I need to know there's a future.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You have been building a life for us. And I've always been a passive in it up until this point. And I think I would have remained so if it wasn't for some peculiar happenings in the past few nights and someone telling me that through my belief that we cannot feel love, I am hurting not just myself, which I don't care about, but others as well. And I still want to end all of the monsters. But I'm starting to question what defines what we are monsters for and what not. And I need someone next to me to help me question that, I think.
Keziah looks around to each of you. You mean to kill him then? To end this?
Yeah.
You might say I'm contractually obligated to.
What?
Oh, nothing.
We're gonna have to talk about these things at some point, Mark. Okay?
We have a long time.
And what will you do when the power vacuum opens?
Actually, I have an idea about that.
Well, don't leave us in suspense, darling.
I can't, Lark. I can't talk about it.
We're workshopping a few things.
You should turn a workshop into a plan quickly.
There is a plan. There's a plan. We have a plan.
And Velasco, as all of these words are happening, you see something. This fountain at the center of this graveyard. You see the ethereal form of a woman in a long flowered dress, long hair. She holds her hand out to you.
I think the whole time Velasco has been cutting into his ritual scar, preparing for the worst. I think he will very pointedly offer the hand that is bleeding.
So you all see Velasco reach his hand out, and then Velasco blinks out of existence.
Is that some dragon power that I didn't know about?
All right, he kept saying he was the land, but I actually believe him now. What the fuck was that?
No, I will not allow him to have this one.
What if he's right? So Lark, what?
Because I
I
will
don't
walk
really care.
forward, and he will put an old burner cell phone in your hand, Lark. You press the call button after going to 2 in the speed dial. It'll blow up the rest of the liquid vice I rigged the place to explode.
Thank you. And she'll hand it to Omen.
I'm just gonna just in case. I know how you. I don't mean to sound rude, but you get temperamental, and we don't.
I
do that.
do, don't I, darling?
It's
Here's
not,
the thing. Here's the
not
thing.
in
Zach.
town. It's in a storage freight.
That was my question. Yeah.
It's. I sunk the freight to the bottom of the Coterie River.
So we're gonna just release Vice out into the river if we blow this up.
No. The accelerant is liquid oxygen. It'll vaporize everything inside.
So we're just gonna set the river on fire?
No.
Well, no. What'll happen? Now's not the time. Now's.
What have you been waiting for?
It's a good strategy, Lark. Actually.
What have I been waiting for?
Just
I was-
help.
I was going to lure Elliot to it. Vaporize it with him inside.
I like that you think that he's that stupid.
It's about to say.
Well, I realize now it would have most likely been all of you.
Velasco's just gone. So Lark's gonna look at Lark and just put a hand on a Lark, probably the first time of like affection or, whatever, mild affection. I think you should take some time with the person that you love. Lark, while I go we should all go look for Velasco. Maybe start feeling around.
Sure.
Any of you can see invisible things?
Yes.
Speaking of Velasco, we'll shift our gaze over for a moment as your bleeding hand reached out. This hand doesn't feel like the hand of a spirit as you take it, and you feel yourself flying through the air thousands of feet. Looking down, you can see the whole city from up here. The hand is solid in this moment. Hi there, sweetheart.
To whom do I have the pleasure?
Well, all my little birdies tell me that you've been trying to impersonate me. Hi, I'm Charleston.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Normally, some vampire starts walking around calling himself me, I'd just burn you alive. But I kind of like your moxie a little bit. So let's come to an agreement. This is one of my places of power. Should you survive tonight, I'll call you welcome here. You want being the land, Velasco? No. You will never be the land. But I will let you be this city if you choose. Do you accept this compact?
I've only ever wanted a place to be mine and mine alone. Something I could share with the people that I love.
Then you will need to drink of my power thrice if you wish for this compact to be complete. This is the first. And know that place your sire tends does not belong to me. That belongs to the wild. You must find the 2 other places of my power here in Charleston if you wish to truly be this city. And they are hidden from all. Even those gifts with which to find the connection between blade lines will not be able to find my points of power. No one will ever hold command over this city and its power like me. But this comes to the crux of the issue. I have not had any lupine servants in a long time. No one to tend me. I have begun to wither. My power is not what it once was. But should you open the furcuses required, I will give you power that has not been seen by one of your kind since the voivodate of old. I will give you power that will make the impaler quiver.
And what of Vivian?
What of her? She is not of me. Her spirit is too wild. I require a certain civility.
I won't see her again.
What do you mean?
With all that you offer, I know what comes next.
That she will become envious. Seek to take what belongs to you. That is what happened in the wars in your voivodate, at the very least.
We would be divided.
A bird must often grow too large to stay in its mother's nest. And in the same token, many birds, when their food sources become low, will savage their young. So, Velasco, Zavallo, whatever the rest of them are. Will you sit in the nest and wait to be eaten, or will you fly?
Charleston, I have learned to love you in these past few nights. You need only ask, and I will soar on wings of gold for you.
You love me now. Wait until you see me unweathered, boy. She puts a finger to your forehead. And as you were all looking around for Velasco, kind of pressing points in the ground, you see Velasco emerge standing out of the water of the fountain.
Velasco, you're gonna get wet, or you are wet.
He's definitely wet. Yeah.
I'm wet. Please continue.
So that was a neat trick there. What the fuck?
I've been called to a higher purpose, my friends.
This is continuing to be weirdly religious.
On the contrary. More so physical. I think that the good father would agree that religion is all about the spirit, the esoteric. I am called to the physical world.
I will chime in. Alaric is not standing there with you, but
Speaking of, Keziah will just step kind of almost uncomfortably close to you, Alaric. He says, if you want me to give all of this up and be whatever you are, an anarch, kiss me. In front of all of them, I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired, Alaric. It has been years. I know we're not like mortals where, we have to hide in the closet or have to come out or any of that. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care that you were a man and I was a man. You've hidden your heart for too long. And I don't want to hide mine no more. If I can't love you in the open, I can't love you in the dark.
In his mind, he can't say he loves Keziah because he's still unsure about that part. But he knows that he doesn't want to lose him. And that's one more answer than he had before. I don't know if we should be Anox, if we should be Camarilla, whatever we should be. Frankly, I don't want to be any of it.
Then be mine, and mine alone.
How about we just try to figure out what we want to be?
I know what I want.
To do that.
I know what I want, and I have for 30 years. Just kiss me. I don't give a shit about the rest.
We'll figure it out, Mike. And after kissing his rosary, he will step into Keziah's arms. And he will, in a hesitant way, because Alaric hasn't been tender with anyone since he lost his fiancée. He's going to put a hand on Keziah's cheek. And he's going to give him a kiss.
A rare, tender moment between two kindred that have often been passionate but distant from each other. They say that the road to recovery is one of many steps. Of varying sizes, of varying levels of responsibility. But recovering parts of you that you've lost is always going to be a trial. And it is in this tender moment that it is cut short by the long, droning howl of many wolves. And you hear in your ear, Velasco, the voice of Charleston. You need to move. The black spirals have come for the vice.
We need to leave now.
And we all hear the howling?
Yes, but it sounds off. It sounds like it's howling through layers of mud. There's some where it sounds like vocal cords are ripping mid-howl. It sounds atrocious.
Yeah, no, I think we should go.
Omen's gonna pick up Lark.
I was gonna say Lark is gonna go right over to Keziah and Lark, even if they're still kissing. It's gonna be like, hey, we can do that elsewhere. Do that all you want, just not right here. Something's coming.
Yeah, we got lupines. We definitely got lupines. That is the. Oh man, no, we need to fucking go. All right, sweetheart, come on.
Then she'll just like
reload
jump
that.
into Omen's arms.
I will reunite with you all very shortly.
The hell are you going?
I'm not going anywhere, and I will use elemental shelter and become one with the fucking land.
Very well. Make your appropriate
Wolves are gonna
rolls.
piss on you. The wolves are gonna piss on your land.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
I am going to see really quickly, because I will not get any hungrier. He scoops you up, Alaric, and blinks. He's gone. You begin to run. There's going to be no pursuit to your vehicles. Once you are there, you are free to leave. Nothing, you don't feel like you're being chased, but this howling does not stop. I need to know where everyone is going.
When we get to the vehicles, as I'm raising the kickstand, I'll just look over my shoulder. Can I meet you at the shop?
Shop sounds good.
Shop sounds good.
Shop. Let's go.
Keziah nods. Shop?
Yeah. And Omen's gonna pull out a business card. Just follow us.
I have my car here.
You want to drive?
I'm terrible at it.
I'll drive. It's fine.
And Lark will just sort of smack Omen and go like, aren't they so cute?
I really like that he actually knows how to smile. It's a nice trait.
It's really nice to know that he was just putting all that as a front because he was denying his feelings. I really, really like that. It's like something my mama would watch in the daytime soaps.
It does. It's like the thing we run in the shop.
Alaric
Wait,
very loudly opens the car door, gets in the passenger seat, and closes it with a smash.
Keziah turns and looks at all of you. He says, "If it makes y'all feel any better, it's the first time I've seen him smile too."
I'm happy that you're getting to see it, because the moping was getting
I
to be
do
a
need you
lot.
all to understand. I would have wholesale slaughtered you if it would have come to combat, though. That way, it wouldn't have been hard.
Okay.
I think I've
Well-
probably got 30 years on the oldest of you.
You're flexing right now. I can still hear that, and once that goes off,
Yeah, fuck
I'm gonna
that.
be something
And-
entirely different. Thank you.
And he gets in the car and starts
Oh
it as you all drive away. I need to know, Velasco, what is your intent here as you feel these wolves wash over? And you've never been this close to a lupine before. You know Vivian has had dealings with them, but you feel
Yeah.
maybe 13 to 17 of them padding around on the surface of the earth.
Yeah, there's no real intention. He's just not willing to leave this place. He's been shown, this is very precious to him now. He's very, very protective, and he's, at least especially not in this moment, he's not willing to leave this place. He's good. The fact that he gets to kind of bear witness and see the lupines is just a bonus, but he just doesn't want to leave her yet.
As it appears, these lupines are not keen to leave as they begin sniffing around, and you feel them begin to dig into graves and things. And again, you hear in your ear the voice of Charleston. Do you want a taste of my power?
Show me.
Open your wound.
And he will.
As you do, you feel the earth heat around you. And as all of you drive away, in the rear view, you see about a 50-foot tall pillar of blue flame erupt from Sat Cemetery. And Velasco, you have never felt more attuned. You can feel the thrumming pulse of the city, every on and off of every street lamp, every roll of every tire, every unhoused person sleeping on a shift of cardboard in an alley. You can feel their soft breath, each breath a bitter homage to you, the city of Charleston.
Not me, not yet.
You hear in your ear. You must never allow those who have danced the spiral to stand on my land. This is the first lesson of your compact. Now, I will send you to your companions through the earth. You have learned what you needed to learn tonight, Velasco.
You will not find a more dedicated champion.
We will see. Laughs at leeches is giving you a run for your money. And that is where we will end Session 8, Violence. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you on the next one.